Hello, it's me. This is the tutorial I told you about last week. Hopefully, you saw that video. If you didn't, it's fine. But, hold on, sorry, my chair is just like running into the desk over and over. I showed you these two journal covers that I made out of leather from Michaels. This is what's left. After I made these two journal covers, I think I have enough here to make one more. My friend who I got the La Poop Poop with, this little creature, she gave me an ugly book because she apparently bought a bunch of them. And I've been wanting to know if the colored paper sort of did something. And I feel like this would be perfect to put in here. Oh, and I said that I put this patch here because there was paint. No, there's scratches. I accidentally put this leather in the same bag as these corners. And they got scratched. Oh, no, a different sharp object, but it got scratched. So I don't know if I can buff that off. I don't know what I'm going to do. I also have, so for this, I have a thinner, sort of more neon rainbow thread. I have, this is elastic from a Traveler's Company journal. I have these like star things. I have these more like brass rivets. I have the original silver rivets that I made these other ones with. These are huge. And then I got this, or these are not rivets, these are eyelets. And then I got this rivet setting kit because these are rivets. And then I got these rivets. And then I got these guys, which are on my other journals. And then I have these, where's the other one? Beads. These sort of like opalescent beads that I thought I might want to put, here, I'm actually going to put that in my paper clip dish because they'll roll everywhere. And then I got this. This is a fidget. It's like a pea pod fidget. This leather, you'll see black specks on everything. It's this leather. It sheds. It gets little black specks everywhere. Eventually it does stop. But so it's just a fidget that I think I might make. I might make it see like this or like this, these bookmarks. I might turn it into a bookmark. Although my one problem with this, oh, but this is good. I have this waxed. So these are elastic, but this is waxed canvas. So maybe I'll make the bookmark loop out of that. So we'll see how this works. I also have one more thing. I got this off of Amazon. It feels like much better quality leather than this. And it is, I believe, I think it's actually a little bit smaller, or maybe it's the same size as the one I got from Michaels. I can't remember. The Michaels one was 2 feet by 2 feet, so this might be, it might be shorter, but I think this is about 2 feet. So I also have this one, which I think I'm probably going to use these brass rivets on. But we'll see. I don't know what this flat part is. So, obviously I'm still learning. but I'm going to put this back in its tube for now. I have to roll it a little bit tight so it'll get in the tube. All right, I'm gonna actually pause so I can like set up my workspace. Okay, I'm back. These are the tools we will need initially. Our leather, of course. The book, a book the size of a book we want this thing to cover, although I just realized that this book is a little bit taller. Like if I do this, the book is a little bit taller than the leather, and I want to throw some other notebooks on here just to see if I'm maybe this leather is not big enough or whatever, or maybe I'm just using the wrong notebooks. I thought for sure I had at least one, what are they called? Oh, look what I found. Last video I was talking about how I was looking for this pen case. It needs washed, but that's great news. I like how I was like, I'm gonna go figure out my working setup and I'm gonna make everything ready so that y'all don't have to hear me fumbling for so long, but I was not paying attention. I can't remember what they're called, but I have an assortment of small notebooks. This is a moleskin that is currently in this, I think it's Portland Leather Goods journal, which this thing is cool. I haven't used it much, as evidenced by the fact that this notebook is completely blank, but let's take this out of here for now. Come on. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. Stop sniffing the journal cover, weirdo. Okay. So we have an assortment of small notebooks. Let's just stack them. Okay, this seems to be the actual perfect, this is paper from India. I liked it. Did I do a pen test? Yes, I did. I tried to do a pen test. I said this paper is not the one. Let's just do a little platinum. Platinum carbon. So this is a very juicy ink. That's, oh, okay. So this paper actually might be the one, because this is gouache. It took the gouache pretty well. So, and this is from, please tell me you put your name in the book. Yes, thank you, Kernow. So, I didn't see Kernow at the Pacific Northwest Pen Show again this year, but if he has more of this ink, or this paper, he said it's from India, so who knows with how tariffs are being right now. But a more realistic and maybe potentially, who knows, again, no one knows anything at this moment in the US. More realistic journal cover might be, or journal to cover might be this moleskin. So it'll be pretty flush with the book. There won't be a lot of wiggle room. And I put my other ones away so I can't just grab it and show you, but my other ones have a little bit of sticky outy on the top. But that is no reason not to make a journal cover from this leather, because I can always find a smaller or cooler, like maybe this. I am, for the life of me, you're probably shouting it at the screen. There is a brand of notebooks. Is it Scout Books? I'm not sure, but I'm sure that they would fit in here. I just don't have any. So, given that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my craft knife set that I bought specifically for this work. I'm gonna take this blade, I'll put the hammer away because I don't need it right now, and I am just going to square up this leather, but I'm gonna cut off this piece first. I love the way leather sounds when you're cutting it. Okay, put that away for other things like bookmarks and pen holders. And then let's square up this thing, because it is not square. It looks like this edge is at least straight, or as straight as I am happy with. And this edge, let's see, is this straight on the bottom? Mostly. There's a tiny little curve right here that we can just go on ahead and take care of. So we're gonna have to cut off a little bit more than I want because it curves in like this. And I'm pretty sure that if I just like let it be like that, it will, oh, but I can't really afford to take any off. But I feel like if I let it be curved, it will sort of like, this will affect its utility in the long run. And I can see that curve. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's bothering the fuck out of me. But actually, let's start with this. This we know is a straight edge. So we'll start with the bottom, and then we'll square up the corners using these very helpful lines on my cutting mat. And I just got this very basic cutting mat from Michael's. It was really affordable. Did I just, oh, okay. I flipped it over, but not in the right way. Okay, let's line that up with there. Let's line this up with there. And boop. Let's cut the smallest little line off to make this a right angle. Cool. Put that scrap there, and then we can do the same over here. Anyway, sorry, I'm just like getting distracted by the scratches on it, on the cover. I'll have to do something about those. I might just cover them with rivets now that I have a rivet setter. I didn't have one before. I think I can cut a tinier line off. We want to preserve as much of this as possible. All right, and is that it? All right, cut the tiniest little line off to make sure that this is a right angle. Okay, good. Cool, cool, cool. That looks great. And now this one. We have to do this one. So because we know these are right angles, we can just snug them up to the line right there. And I would like to snug them over just right there. Yeah, and I actually want to do this. Come on. Yeah, so you can see it now. You can see that. Make sure that's straight. Okay. All right. Come on. There we go. Now we have a rectangle. Let me get the little choppy choppers in right here. Just cut that weird little bit off. Okay. And then I can just cut the little tip off all the corners just to make them, wait, listen to this sound. Isn't that a great sound? Okay. So now we have this guy. And we can look at, let's look at this guy, which I think is the one that's like the scout books. See, this is perfect. This is the perfect shape. Perfect size of notebook for this. Let's see, it's 3.5 inches by 5.25. And if I sort of make this into a taco and I put this in here, this is perfect. It might be even a little long. Let's pretend I have multiple books in here. We're not thinking about the height of the books. We're just giving it a good chunker of a bit, of a base, of a thing. Well, that will be nice with a bunch of books in it. Look at that. Part of me wants to cut off a little bit more because it's kind of unlikely that it's going to be this full of books. Let's take the fattest book out. So I should cut off maybe 1/4 inch. Yeah, let's do that. These are inches. This is 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch right here. Let's make sure that is along the line. And there we are, 1/4 inch. Let's put the cork side down so that doesn't get all slippery. Actually, let's do it this way. Boop, 1/4 inch. And then I can go along this line so I can line this up with this. All right, cool. Perf. All right, and then let me do those corners again. Listen. Isn't that a lovely sound? That's one of the reasons I'm sort of so addicted to this, is the sound of cutting leather is amazing. All right, let's pick our grommets. So these are the ones I've been using. Let me get my grommet setter out. These ones. Now I like these because it's just one piece. You stick the grommet, you cut a little hole, you stick the grommet through from here, and then you hammer it with this thing and a hammer. These new grommets that I got for the brown leather, but also might look cool on this, and also might be great because they're huge, and I'll explain why their hugeness is good. These have two spots, two parts, and I am unfamiliar with how that works. I suppose I don't get it. Like, do I set it like this or like this? Oh, these are too big. These are too big for this platform. All right, let's open this other tool set that I've bought recently, as I'm realizing that I need more diverse tools if I'm gonna keep doing this, which I'm definitely gonna keep doing this. Let's put that there. So this is not a grommet. This is a, that's a rivet setting plate, but this is a grommet setting plate. And this grommet does fit on here. I still don't, these are all different rivet setters, these little things. This is a hole puncher. These are hole punchers. I will need these. But see, this is a grommet setter. It has this sort of like snap looking ending. These don't have that. I mean, they have sort of pokey outy endings, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're grommet setters. I'm starting to feel like maybe I could have used a class on this. Boop, boop, boop. I don't think that would work. Oh, you stay in the bag. Boop. This, I don't know what this is. This, again, don't know what it is. So there's a lot of mystery here. But we'll be able to figure it out. We thankfully have this that we can experiment with. And in fact, I think I'm gonna do that right now. So I'm gonna put our good piece of leather over here. I'm gonna put this guy over here. I'm gonna get the hole puncher. I'm gonna take the biggest hole puncher. And this is fairly easy. You just and haha, a hole. Although it's much too small. This is why it's good to test. It's much too small for this guy. So I guess I just make a bigger hole like this. Still too small. Don't miss. So now we have a bigger hole, and this is the direction you put it through because you want that nice little bracket on the outside. And that fits perfectly, look at that. Boop, boop, boop. And I put it in the bracket setter, and let's see, do I put, how do I pick this up? I had to lick my finger. Do I put this like this? Only one way to find out. All right, here's my grommet setter. Is it too small? It feels like too small. Well, did that work? No. Look, it's made this weird edge. I think it's because it's not, it's too small maybe. Maybe. Oh, and my thing fell off. Let's just try it without the little weird thing. No, so I've got this weird, now it looks like a toilet. This part's perfect. I don't really have, maybe it's this one. Maybe it goes completely through it. No, still a bad idea. Okay. I don't know how much y'all want to watch me struggle. Let's see, what about this one? No, that's definitely not it. That's not it. This is not it. This is not it. Did I say that's not it? This is not it. Am I sure it's not it? Yeah, it can't work because it's too small. No, okay, so we will have to figure out a solution for these big grommets. We're not using them today. That's the one thing I know for sure. This can go back in here, and we'll find a bigger grommet maker. All right, cool. But now let's practice on this, because before, when I was making my other journals, I was just cutting the hole out. Oh, I need some sort of pokey element. Where'd that poker come back? We've got a traffic jam in the cutter. Because the leather is supposed to go through here and come out here. And it's not doing that. I'm just keeping all of this in because I feel like it would be disingenuous if I was like, yeah, everything worked great the third time I did this. Because it didn't work great the first time I did this. And I learned a lot about why it didn't work. And now I'm continuing to learn. This feels like a dangerous activity. I think those pliers might be too fat. But yeah, I'm just doing this. Hello, dear. I'm still recording.
Oh, sorry.
Are y'all done?
We are, but we can stick around if you want. I mean, I can stick around if you want. They'll probably leave.
Yeah, hold on, people on the video. I'm going to pause you for a second. Because I have to figure this problem out anyway.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize you were still recording.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know why, but for some crazy reason, I decided to vacuum my office before I did this, as if there wouldn't be little bits of leather just disappearing everywhere. What's going on? Why are you suddenly unable to cut? You were literally cutting just a while ago. Okay, finally. I think I just wasn't hitting it hard enough. And theoretically, all the little leather stamps slide through this thing and collect in this thing and fall out here. But they're not doing that. So I'll be using this framing nail I keep in my desk that is actually surprisingly useful to pop the little leather bits out. But oh my God. So this goes in here. And I can't tell if I should try to make the hole a little bit bigger or if this is fine. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, we've sufficiently booped that. That looks good. It's a nice tight fit. All right, now let's try this with these silver brackets that I already put on my other two journals that I feel good about using. And then just hard whack. Oh, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks great. And here it is in the leather. Perfect. Okay, good. So we have determined our process for this. And this guy, we'll just figure that out at a different time. I think we just need a bigger one of these. All right, so that's done. Let us find the middle of this product. It is 10 and let's say 1/4 inches long. It's just a little over 10 and 1/4 inches long, but that is fine. And we'll take, here, I'll take this blue highlighter. Find 5, that's half of 10. Find 5 1/4, that's right there. Or 5 1/16, I mean. That's right there. And So that is the middle. If I fold it along there, it's a little off the middle. I don't know why I'm having trouble getting the middle, but let's do the other way around. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, huh. Because I put it here instead of here, which is where I lined it up with the wrong thing. So it's actually just shy of 10. So actually just at 5 is where this should go. But that is fine because what I can do is I can use that other line as my guideline for where I'm going to put the rivet, and then I just, that's literally a 1/4 inch. I'll just put, boop, this line a 1/4 inch from the center line. So now we have our two lines. Okay, here's 5, here's 5 1/4. Here's what I thought 5 1/4 was, but it's actually here. So we can put a bracket here and a bracket here. And then from here, actually, let's turn this so I can use the guidelines. Do, 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 do. Hello, husband.
Hello, dear.
I am recording again.
Okay, I will be quiet, but I may come in and out a couple more times.
Okay, that's okay. We're getting a lot of sounds on this video.
Yeah, I imagine the pounding is a little loud.
Yeah, I am curious to listen back and hear how the pounding works. I put the headphones on so that the microphone would be at my head and not on the desk.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not as bad as it sounds.
Still probably pretty loud though.
Still probably pretty loud. Yep. Okay. That's fine. All right, so the holes I only want 2 brackets for this. I did 2 brackets for my others, and I just put 2 cords in the 2 brackets. These brackets being pretty big, or not, they're not brackets, they're eyelets. I keep calling them brackets, but they're eyelets, and I don't know why I keep saying brackets when I mean eyelets, but that is what's going on. Okay, and why is this so difficult now? It's like it was only good for one cutting situation. And now it's like no more. Pop that back out. All right. And we'll do this one over here. I really just need to be hitting it harder, and there's a part of me that like doesn't want to hit it too hard because I don't want to like mess it up. But that is an instinct that is silly and can hold you back when you're just making something for fucking fun. Like, this doesn't have to be, you know, resort ready. I don't know what resort ready means. But people say it in fashion videos all the time. And we don't need that. We just need Actually gonna make this one bigger. All right, and now this one. Okay, and then pop that out. Don't drop the nail. Okay. All right, those holes are done. Now I need the center holes. So this is 5, let's just say 5.5 inches long. So that's 2.5 is half of 5. 2 1/4. Here is the midpoint. Boop, boop. And I like the two brackets on the edge. So I'm gonna just eyeball these holes. Boop. And then this one's a little lower. And then pop this out. I do think it's so funny that I vacuumed before I filmed this video. That's okay. I just have to vacuum around the desk. I don't have to vacuum the whole office. So now we set these brackets. So boop. I can't tell if part of me is like, I should just make the hole bigger. Yeah, I should just make the hole a little bit bigger. Boop. 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 Wow. That was crazy. I missed it like 8 times. Okay, no one ever accused me of being a carpenter, okay? All right. Let's pop those little bits out so they don't get stuck. Boop. Okay. Now, are those big enough? Let's see. Yes, perfect. Oh my gosh. I love it. Okay. Now this bracket, you just sort of wiggle it and push. You know how it is. All right. There. I'm using the pliers to help sort of like get those guys in. Oh. Or should I use this one? This one's the one that came with the other kit I bought. No, I don't think it likes me. Or I don't like it. This is the one that came with these exact brackets. So I feel like that's really the one to use. Now hit it hard. Yes. Hit it hard with confidence. Yes. So see. Oh. Excuse you, ruler. Those look pretty good, I think. Maybe they could be flatter. Let's see. Yeah, they could be. Okay. Things are just falling. Hopefully the camera's not shaking too much. Okay, yeah, this is nice. All right. Now we need 2 more brackets for the center. This hobby of like making these journals, I know it's like very trendy right now, but gosh, it's really got a hold on me at the moment. I think about it a lot. It's like really satisfying to be able to feel something come together. Oh no, bracket down. I have to go under the desk to get it. Ugh. Cool, I got it. It's just very satisfying to have something come together and it be made by your own 2 hands. Do you know what I mean? Wrong gadget. Okay, I think that's big enough. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Because you don't want to cut these holes too big because you don't want the bracket to like slip around in there. You want it to be nice and tight. That one was not that tight. So hopefully it doesn't cause an issue. So then we put this guy in here and see this little snap thing? That's what's going to fold the sides of this metal down and hold the bracket in place. And then we move this to the next bracket. And I'm getting pretty good at hitting this thing confidently. Ooh. I love how I said that and then I almost hit my thumb. Oh. I'm a little bit worried that I'm like sending the wrong message with this. Oh my God. Should I be laughing at how messy this is right now? I don't know. But you know what? You gotta laugh at something. And this is working for me in terms of creating laughter in my life right now. In a way that a lot of other shit is not. Do you feel me? Oh, let's not go that way. Let's go this way. Let's go toward the inside of the book and toward. more sturdy part of the book. Okay, I've got 2 more brackets, and we're gonna slip them in here. Boop. Oh, that was easy. That was like butter. Might have been that made that hole a little bit too big. And then this one's gonna be a little bit more of a challenge, but not much. Yeah. Perf. Okay. Let's do the loosey-goosey one first. So we take care of it. Boop. Oh, that's not the right tool. This is. I was trying to rivet with my cutter. Okay. All right. One more. All right. Hey!
They want to see your.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're back. My friends came by and wanted to see what I was doing in here. Because I was pounding the hammer and laughing like a hysterical person. So, okay, hammer is done for this project. We did try to work out together collectively what is up with these. I need a different version of this for these that has, like this might work because it's kind of convex, but it has to have like a thing to form. So these form their little locking bits by just being squashed. These have to have a specific mold to get hammered into. So that being said, let's talk rivets. I want to hide these scratches. I am wondering if maybe rivets are the answer. I have 2 different sizes of star rivets, and I have these turquoise rivets. I think I am going to try with the star rivets and just see. This thing is the thing I got to do rivets with, and all of these are the tools I got to do rivets with. I have watched videos on how to do rivets. I don't necessarily feel super confident, but that's what experimentation is for, and also that's what scrap leather is for. So we're not going to put rivets right into this. We are going to start with this guy, and we are going to get the smaller of the 2 hole punches, because these have smaller little holes. And I'm going to start with the small stars, because I feel like I would feel less guilty about messing those up. So, oh, they already opened. Okay. So I don't need this one. I'm gonna put that over here. I just need these 2. So let's get to pounding. I said I was done with the hammer. I lied. Oh. I need to stop hitting myself with the hammer. It's distressing. Are you coming out? Are you just... All right, let me move these over here. All right. And then I can really understand why people on YouTube have that leather hole puncher thing that just looks like a giant spur with the 2 handles, because that would be so much easier than this. So to make a rivet, you put it in the hole, done. And then you put this on top of it. There's a little sort of like interlocking bit. Okay, so it snaps together like that. And then you take one of these, presumably this one, and then one of these. I don't know which one. Maybe this one? All right. And that is, I hate that. I don't know if you can see, but it's terrible. It's way off center. I think I did this wrong. Oh. I don't know what was I using? Oh, this. So maybe not that one. No, maybe not that one. Maybe not that one. Let's see, this is one. Let's try this one. Maybe it moved too much. So it's nice and flat, but what happened is the rivet sort of squashed the leather on the other side of it, and I don't like that. So let's try one more to see if maybe I just hit it too hard or too much. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to, like when I see people on YouTube making the rivets, they use sort of a more, it's actually got a little sort of like a shallow divot. Oh, they use something more like this. Okay, let's try this. Or maybe that's the one I just tried. Well, who knows? But let's try it again. That's an important, trying again is an important factor in any hobby. Good. And then we clear the little bit. Boop. Boop, I said. Okay, booped. All right, and we put this thing through. Oh, and it fell on the ground. And it's very tiny. Oh, I found it though. God, it went all the way across the room. Okay, we got it back. Put it in the hole. Boop. Get the other end of the star. Put it on the rivet like this. Boop. Put the rivet in the divot so it doesn't move. Let's actually put it in a smaller divot than before. Take the big sort of honkin' what's-it, put it there, and then you don't have to hit this one that hard, maybe. Okay, that's not as smashed. And look, that is much nicer looking, although it spins. Let's try again. Maybe I want it to spin, but because it spins, does that mean it's gonna come off? Like if I try to pull it off? No, it won't pull off. Okay. Maybe it just spins. Maybe it's supposed to spin. Whoever knows. But let's try again. Okay, much better. However, I can see the problem with the smaller divot is that I have now hammered little points onto my stars. But I think I get the principle, which means that I will now move on. I am also gonna see if I can't. There's no cloth over here to like cushion the star. To like, so I can like, it won't get all messed up. Oh, here's some ribbon. Let's do that. Okay. Now, for all the beans, we are going to make a hole right here to cover this scratch. And so we're going to boop out this leather piece. And then we are going to actually take one of the big stars and one of these rivet holders. Boop. And we're going to pop this through. And we are going to pop the star on. Oh, no, come on. And then we are going to put the ribbon on this thing so we don't ruin the star. And then we're going to put it star side down. There, so snug. And then we're going to take this guy and crushy, 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 crushy. Perfect. I think that's perfect. It is perfect. Oh, I love it. Okay, maybe I just needed the pressure. So these scratches are much bigger than that one. So I'm not sure, should I put another one like right here? And then like a little one like right here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, you guys go here. This one goes here. Okay, and then we boop the thingy. Boop, boop, boop. All right, and then we put the big star here on the bottom. Come on, bud. You can do it. Boop. And then we pop that star on. And then we put the ribbon right here. Right here. To protect the edges of the rivet. Then we put the rivet. And then they grab the big bopper. And we big bop. Excellent. And there it is. And then we do the same to this one. So we take this rivet and we put it through this hole. Yes. We take the little star and we snap it in place. Come on, buddy. Yes. Then we arrange the star. Do we want it like that? I want it like that. Then we put the ribbon over this thing so we don't have to hurt the little star. And then we put the star face down in that. We get the big bobber. And, but it's fine. It looks fine on this side, and that's what matters. It looks a little bramped on this side, but that's okay. Okay, and then we have this long scratch up here, which, let's put one star. Let's do the same thing. Or should I do the opposite thing? Or it's this star is up here. Let's do some mapping. Do I repeat the pattern where I have the bigger star and then I have the little trailing stars along the scratch? How many stars am I putting on this thing? Come on, stars. Oh, these stars are in love. I'm sorry, I have to separate you. Oh, gay stars in love. Come on, guys. Do it for your country. All right, this, and this, and this. Nope. So it's like a... Or do I reverse it and I put the stars like this? Get rid of these other stars. Do I try to make it look random? Do I add balance here? Or do I make the stars closer together so it's like this? I feel like if I do it like this, I have to make a pattern, like 3, 2, 1, with the little stars. Or do I go for more big stars? These are things a person should figure out before they hit record on a video, but I don't care. So I like thinking about things through with you guys. And I've been told that people just sort of put my videos on to have it on the background. So it's not, is that it? Is that the East Side Jazz? 2 big stars and a little star. Let's do that first. 2 big stars and a little star. And then we'll fill in the other stars, because this is really to cover these scratches. And remember, it's an experiment. rip these out. Boop. And boop. All right. Big star first. This already has a little ramp in it. Weird. I wonder if it'll still work. Let's see. Boop. Okay, come on, bud. Through the hole. And yep, it works. Okay, cool. And we will do the same thing with the ribbon. Put the ribbon down. Put the star down. Get this guy. Let's see, make sure it's pretty secure in there, and whack it a couple times. That looks great. Yes. Ribbon, come back. And now the second star is also a big star. So we get this guy. Put this through here. And we grab the big star and we snap them together. And then we put the ribbon down to protect the star. Put it in that divot pretty securely. We get this big guy and hit it pretty hard, which is done. And then the last one of these is a small star. We put the rivet in and we snap the star on, and we put the ribbon down and we place our star in the appropriate divot, and we take our big bopper and we secure that in there, and then we hit it pretty hard. And there we have a star. It's clear to me that it needs more stars. I don't know what could be clearer. Let's see, can we put a star there? Maybe not that one, it looks all scratched up. But we could put a star right there. Do, 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 do. And pop that out. And get a little rivet holder. Put that in. Put the star on. Boop. Once again, put the ribbon on the track so as not to damage the star. Put the star in the divot it fits in. Let's see, what divot is that? Right here. Yeah. Okay. Make sure that's not going to move around. Get the big bopper. Good. And that's great. I think we could use another star. Maybe a big one. Do we have any big ones out of the bag now? No? Big star, big star. Put a big one right there. That's kind of ridiculous. That's a very thick cluster of stars. But actually, I really like it. So yeah, let's put a big star. Let me see, where did I say? Right there. So that means the hole goes right here. Let me get the hole puncher, put it right there, and punch that hole. All right. And boop that bit. And here you go. And here's the big star. I want it to be like that with its little legs on either side of that star's point. So put the ribbon, put the star in the divot, and perfect. All right, look at that, baby. Okay, now I feel like we need like maybe 2 more little stars. Yeah. Need one right here and right here. Okay. So. All right, and boop. My friends and I were all talking about how we could sell these. I would honestly have so much fun. I used to love tabling at like Pride and stuff. I would table for places I worked. I would just table for like, my friend's uncle had like an apparel company, and I would table for him. And it was honestly so fun. I always had so much fun tabling. Like, I have more fun tabling at events than I have going to events sometimes. Because I just love talking to people about stuff. Okay, and this goes in the rivet hole. And we get the big bopper. And ready? Bop. I think I need 1 more bop. Good. Yeah, good job. Okay, the ribbon is like slithering off the desk onto the floor. Okay. And let's add that other star hole. Take the star, snap it on, and I think I'm only going to need like 1 more star after this. Ready? Here's the rivet I want to bop. I will put it in the rivet divot. Get the big bopper on board, and bopped. Did I do it on 1 try? I did. Oh my god. Okay. Let's check in. I love the way this looks. I think it's so cool. Oh, this is a little loose. Let's get that one with another big bopper. Boop. Boop. And is this one that's loose? Yes. put it in the rivet divot. Come on, rivet divot, you guys. Get that big bopper in there and pop. Oh, perfect. Okay. So I think there's a little bit of me that's like, when I have that elastic that goes around, taking it off might interfere. Like the rivets might get caught. I hope they don't. But let's see. Do I need any more big star rivets? I think I do. I think it needs to go right there. Or does it need to go up here? It needs to go up there. Okay. It needs to go right there. So we'll cut a hole. Oop. And then we'll boop the bit. Take out the appropriate rivet. Put it through the hole. Oh. Pop the star on. This one is a little spinny too. Okay, maybe we'll boop that at the same time. Take this thing, take the ribbon, put the star in the rivet divot, get our big bopper, and pop. Good. And let's see, what was the one that was loose? Or did I scare it into submission? No, this one's loose. So we'll do that with this one too. Just do a little extra pop. And now it's not loose anymore. Okay, good. I don't know. I love this. It makes me happy. I think it could be a little bit more chaotic. And that's important to me. So let's get, oh, this one was loose before it's loose again, maybe. Let's get here. I understand that I'm really loading this piece up with rivets. Oh, come on. Boop. But part of that is on purpose. Because I want this sort of like lower quality leather that I'm not super attached to bear all the experiments. I want it to have all the weird holes and stuff. And I want to hopefully figure out how to fix the problems with it so that if in the future I really do make these, I can have a better understanding of what can go wrong. Like, that's one of the things that I think people don't think about when they think about pricing for products. It's been a long time since I made products, by the way. And I would kind of be a crazy person to try and get back into product making. My last experience with products was pretty horrible. I mean, it was wonderful. I loved making them. I loved the people who bought the products. There are people in the world who still have my shit that I made 15, 20 years ago. And I, like, love that. I also came to the realization far too late that I was severely undercharging for my shit when last time I was making products. But also, there's a lot of people that charge like a market rate for a product that they're learning how to make, like this. And the thing is, it's not worth that because it'll fall apart because you don't know what you don't know, right? And so it's good to do a lot of weird shit to your initial runs so that you can figure out how to fix, how to prevent issues. Okay, so should I put a little star here? I know I just sort of picked that hole. Ooh, look at it. Or just for shits, let's look at what a big star would look like in that space. No, it's too overbearing. Okay, little star. Boop, boop, boop. Like, the thing about making stuff for yourself that I have always loved is that the rules, like the reason why a bunch of stuff that you find on the open market is kind of bland is partially because complexity adds weaknesses. So who knows, by doing this, I'm trying to figure out, you know, are there no rivets, are there no journals on the market with rivets on them like this? Because it's stupid to do. Or are there no journals with rivets like this because it's expensive to do? Because when you customize something, like, not everybody's going to like this. A bunch of you are probably looking at this like, what the fuck are you doing? And the answer is what I want. So when you're selling something for commercial purposes, you want to make a thing that will appeal to the most people. You want to make a thing that will make the average consumer buy it. And if you cover it with random shit, chances are that's not going to happen. Chances are a very specific person wants a journal that looks like this, and it's me. I banged one of the stars somewhere, and I don't know where. So I will just grab another one. So I think this might be one of the last stars I add on. Because I know I had to put this star here because of the scratch, but now I'm like, it sort of ruins my pattern. It sort of makes my thing kind of like weirdly right-hand heavy. Because see, this star, all the big stars are up here, and this star is just out here doing nothing. Not doing nothing. I'm sorry. You're very important star. Yeah, okay. I just need some more weight around that rogue star. I am pounding things so hard that shit is just falling off of shit. I don't know if you can see my pens, but they have migrated across my desk. All of my journals that I was messing with earlier have fallen on the floor, including my test leather. Okay. This guy. Put this through here. Boop. And put this on here. This is going to be the longest fucking video ever. I might just break it up into multiple parts. Because I did stop a couple of times. So there's probably some natural breaks in there. We'll see. Boop. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Come on, rivet. Let's go. Bobber. Oh, I probably hit that a little too hard. but that's okay. It's just secure. Okay. Question. Are we done? Or do we need more? One more? What about here? No. What about here? No. What about here? No. What about... That's a little close to the edge. Or is it a big star? Is it a big star moment? I think all the stars are starting to look the same. All the stars are golden. Okay, boop, 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 boop. Or over here. I think there's a part of me that is just like, just fill it with stars. When in doubt, keep adding stars. Let's call it quits there with the stars. Okay, let's get on to this, the ribbon. Boop. And I need this. Because I need that end. Because I want to see if I can get this through this fiber optic bead. I'm thinking no. I wish it were yes. But I think, wait. Huh? I mean, this bead is very immovable. So I don't think I'm going to put more than one on here if I do. But it's going. I just have to push. Look at that. That's fun. Okay, I know what I said, but it's like the stars and the night sky. Isn't that great? Okay. Let's try one more time to thread the fiber optic bead. We've got it, we've got it, we've got it. Oh my God. Okay, let's quit while our luck is still holding. Doot. Boop. Come on. Go through here and we need to cut that. Just assume to go through here, and go through here. And then we will, no, don't fall off. All right, come on, there. This is honestly the part that is one of the hardest things for me, is tying the thing that goes around the journal, because it has to be like a very specific tension, and you have to know that it's the right one before everything, like before you put journals in, before all of that stuff. All right, square knot. That looks good. And then we cut the ends off. And cut the ends off. And we take our little lighter and we burn the little ends so that they're not fraying. And look, that's gonna be perfect. Look at that. And with my little beads, I love it. Okay, now we string these, and I have strung 2 of the larger cord in these, but I think I'm gonna string 3 because those scout books that I'm thinking of putting in here are kind of thin. They're like little. So I want to make sure that and then a little bit for tying. And then let me make sure this will be the right length. Oh, I just realized that my other journals they have 2 here, so you only see the elastic on the outside. But I like the elastic. I like the color it is. So I'm actually gonna just stick with 1 bracket. And then tie it like this. Boop. Square knot. Boop. And then another square knot. Just because. Oh, that's perfect. And so then I'm gonna just, I'm gonna have to clean up so much after I'm done with this video. Boop. Boop. I'm just gonna make all of these right now. Well, is it the right length? Let's just double check. Yeah, it's the perfect length. Okay. So I already have 1 in, and I said I wanted to put 6. So that's 3. And this will be 4. And this will be 5. And this one will be 6. Okay, let's look at this, because that's lime green. And if I just put them in exactly as they are, let's swap this one around. Let's swap this one around. Yeah, okay. That way they're more different. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. We'll put those in there. And then turn around and put those ends in here. Boop. And then we'll tie them together. I'm using like a double square knot, which is just a square knot and another square knot. And then another square knot completes the look inside. Boop, boop, come on. Nails are actually sort of helpful for this because you can get them to scoop the string towards you. Boop, boop. And then this one. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm almost done. This is real time. This video is going to be so long if I don't edit it down. Okay, all pretty much the same tension. Good. You're getting every step of the process, including a lot of unnecessary stars, because I felt like it was called for. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut these short and burn the ends. And I also like it when I put the knot down at the bottom. Because it feels more organized that way to me. All right. There's a Japanese pop song. That's what I've been humming. I don't know what the lyrics, because I don't speak Japanese. But it is stuck in my head. And I just keep humming it. All right, this little straggler. Cool. All right, that side's done. Now, 3 more strings for the other side. Now, flip it over. Do we put them like this? That's very matchy-matchy. Or do we put them like this? That's not as matchy-matchy. Let's do matchy-matchy. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we matchy-matchy. And then put these in here. Okay, that's you. All right, square knot. Double square knot. Boop. And this one goes over. Cool, done. Now this one. And come on, boys. Cooperate. Square knot. Double square knot. Boop. And this one. If you are like dyslexic, color changing thread is great for helping you figure out your knots because the 2 ends are different colors. So square knot if you're not familiar. You crissy-crossy, then you loopy-loopy this one under here so it looks like this. Then you crissy-crossy again and you loopy-loopy this one under here so it looks like this. So the tension is pulling at opposite sides. Then you do it again if you want a double square knot. Boop, 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 boop. And cut all the ends. All right. And then burn all the ends. Burny, 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 burny. Burny, burny, burny. All right, and then we, oh no, it got all jumbled. Tragic. We'll figure it out. But we move the knot to the bottom. Move the knot to the bottom. Move the knot, come on, to the bottom. Oh no, we don't move the knot through the bottom. We move it just adjacent to the butt of the book. All right, and now we've rearranged. This one has to go over here. And this one has to go over here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. It is kind of killing me that these are not lining up right, and I don't know why. This one goes over here. Come on, girl. You can do it. No, don't cross back. Stay over here, stay over here. You stay over here. Okay, now they're a little straight. Oh, they just switched up on this side. No! They might not be tight enough. I might need to tighten them. But let's do, this will be weird because this book is too tall, but let's put some books in. And let's put this one that we know fits. Obviously, we can put one book on every string, but we're just putting it like this for now. Ah! This thing's is making it weird. Okay, let's fix that. Let's put this one. Oh, let's put this one in the front. And then let's just grab this moleskin because it does fit. I'm gonna cut this stupid string off. This string is getting in my way. And then we'll put the moleskin. Where's the middle of the moleskin? Right about here. Right about here. Okay. And we'll put that in there, like that. Not bad. A little weird. A little long in the tooth. But considering that this is supposed to be sort of like filled with shit and it's not. I think this is fine. Would that fit in there? Let's see. Boop. Take one of these, take it out of here. Take this, put it in here. Yep. So we're getting a little bit thicker. That's not thick enough. But this is looking good, honestly. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. I even honestly, like, I don't mind the book sort of like being super flush on the top and the bottom because it's so wide. Like you open it, here's one notebook for things, here's another notebook for things, here's another notebook for things. And then those notebooks can get kind of fat and chunky and no one will notice. And then here's the little closer. All right, I think that's more than enough. This is gonna be one of the longest videos I've ever done. Yeah, just this section was a fucking hour, okay? But look at how good that is. I'm very proud of this. The pea pod, obviously not getting attached. I don't know what to do with it, but this is done. Bye.